All right, let's take you to Carltonville now, where Sibanye-Stillwaters miners are not backing down. They're accusing mine management of being arrogant and unwilling to listen. Miners are on strike, demanding a 1,000 rand wage increase, but the mine is standing firm on its offer of 850 rand. Heidi Giokos is covering the strike action for us, and she joins us now live. Heidi, I cannot imagine how, those miners or those workers feel about that no work, no pay rule. What are they telling you so far?
Yes, I think that must be extremely frustrating, but it just speaks to the desperation and the frustration that many mine workers here are facing. They have decided to be on strike for almost 3 months, which means they have not been paid for almost 3 months, because they are trying to get a message to Sibanye-Stillwater management to say we are deserving of the 1,000 rand and not the 850 rand that has been put on the table. But I think to get more clarity, we are going to speak to NUM and AMCU leadership. Thank you both so much for your time. Let me start with you. Maybe just tell us what your demands are and how you are not backing down, given the fact that you have been on strike for 3 months.
Thank you very much. The demand of our members is clear. CAT 428, 1,000, officials and miners 6%, and 100 rands living out allowance. The reason that we are insisting that we need that demand is because we know that Sibanye-Stillwater can afford it.
It seems as though your strike is intensifying. It's almost 3 months in, and your members are not backing down. Is this not a concern for you, given the fact that they have not been paid? Once you go on strike, you're not being paid because you're not at work. What is the kind of motivation that you're giving your members to say continue with the strike because these are our demands?
First and foremost, we are very concerned about the fact that the strike is prolonged. However, we cannot, as leadership, change the demands of the members. The mandate that the members gave us is 1,000 rands, 6%, and 100 rands living out allowance. What we are saying to the employees, to the members, is that we hope in the end we will receive what we are looking for. In fact, they are the one that they are saying they are prepared to continue with the strike up until we achieve our demands.
Let me bring Mandla in from AMCU. Thank you, Mandla, for your time. Maybe just speak to us about the message that you're getting from Sibanye, because we've heard time and time again that they've indicated they will not be going above inflation in terms of increases, and they're sticking to the 850 rand. This must be quite frustrating for you as a union, where you have your workers striking here for almost 3 months.
Yes, madam. Thank you very much for your time. Really, it's really frustrating to us, because we do understand that the employer, Sibanye-Stillwater, can afford that much, because we've already moved. When we started the negotiations, we started at 1,500, if you can remember. And then we've already moved with 500 rand to 1,000 rand. And the mandate was clear from the workers. When they gave us this 800 rand, we came back to the mass meetings. It was Trefontein, Kloof, and Beatrix, and where the employees stated that we cannot move on that mandate. They want that 1,000 rand, 100 rand living out allowance, and 6%. What frustrates us much is the fact that he doesn't hide that he's got the money, but because of this inflation thing, he cannot give us above inflation, and which the language that does not be understood by the employees. They're under the language of inflation. So that's why we are saying that we are begging even to the government to interfere in this problem. Thank you.
I want to ask you about that interference and that involvement that you want from government, because we do know on Workers' Day Kasati rally, members wanted to get the attention of the president, and in the president's weekly letter he indicates that the frustrations of the workers have been heard and they need to act. But at the end of the day, Sibanye is an employer and they make the decision. What are you going to do moving forward? Are you going to intensify your strike? Are you not going to back down? What's the plan going forward?
The plan is not, we are not in the position to back down because the mandate is not from us as a leadership. The mandate is from the members, the people who are following us. We had a meeting yesterday because we were called because of what happened in Rustenburg. We were called at night yesterday. I think it was Sunday night. We had a meeting that was facilitated by the minister, Mr. Gwedemantashe. But the meeting was never been fruitful because the employer is still saying that they are still standing on that 800 rand, and they even threatening us if they even say that if they can give us that 1,000 rand, so that means that they will close some of the shafts in Truffontein, Kloof and Beatrix as well, which is, we do understand that it's something that is always happening. I can make an example that last year there was no increment, but the 3 shaft at Kloof was closed. So we saw no reason why he cannot do that because it's something that is always doing it.
And then maybe I can just end with you. Just tell us whether or not you think there is going to be intervention from the President or from the Minister of Mineral Resources, Gwedemantashe.
Yes, we think so because we've got a meeting that is scheduled for Thursday, the 5th of May at Lebanon Business Park. And that meeting will be facilitated by the DMRA Minister, Gwedemantashe.
Okay, great. Thank you both so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Maseko, I think you can hear the frustrations and also them not backing down, saying that they are going to stick to their demand of 1,000 rand because they feel as though Sibanye is in a position to be able to afford this, and they feel as though the conversation of not being able to increase salaries above inflation is a conversation that these mine workers are not willing to accept or understand because of the conditions that they are subjected to every single day underground, and they find that the position that the mine is in financially, they are perhaps able to support this 1,000 rand increase. However, we've heard from Sibanye, who's indicated that they are not in a position to go above the 850 rand. So I think this intervention is going to be crucial from the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, as well as the President, who said he's heard the pleas and he's heard the frustrations of workers. But at the end of the day, it's about what is going to be done. This is the 3rd month, entering the 3rd month of the strike, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. But workers have expressed time and time again that they are not willing to back down.
All right, Heidi Giokos in Carletonville with that report. Let's leave it there for now.